It's perfect.
Beautiful.
All right. Amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so
So
much
what's
again, Giovanna. Before we start off, I wanna offer you, extend you my deepest gratitude because it is really rare that uh, such a personality accept to come on and show up and give us freely his or her wisdom is very, we're so grateful, really. Thank you so much. And I hope that people will benefit from your wisdom, your insights, so that it will enrich our lives. Yes.
we're all here to do that, aren't we? Each and every one of us. It's not about, us. It's about what we can bring to the world, because then the world will bring it back to you, right?
Exactly.
The world
Yeah.
will bring it back to you. And if we understand that, then we're always in the mode of giving, right? Because you cannot receive without giving. It just doesn't work. The formula is very, straightforward. You want to receive, you have to give with nothing in return. Because then the universe, God, I call it God, he'll give it to us. And he has given it to me in a very special way. So I'm giving it back.
And frankly speaking, I'm very amazed by the way you put into action such a principle, which is giving in return, right? Anytime that I reach Napoleon Hill Institute coach, I mean, they just promptly accept the offer and just join. It is really, oh my gosh, really, that is really amazing. And I want this habit to be part of, I mean, I want this attitude to be part of my hobbies, really. Yes, and because service is really the way we help the mankind, we help people to move forward. You know, many people are get stuck right now and they are looking for solutions, tips, strategies, right, to live better. And by accepting to give freely this material that we can't afford to pay you, it is, I mean, the greatest gift that you can, yes, grant us to. Thank you so much.
And always, there's one thing that I believe in, that when we begin to change the way we think, we begin to understand the strategies and what we need to do is all with us. And when we change what's in us, we then become more conscious of, it's not about money. It's, the money will come in different ways.
Yes.
But we are all around the world conditioned to believe that it's competition, it's who's better than who, it's a separation, not cooperation. It's everybody has to go earn their money and worry about themselves, and it's not about that. And I learned that the hard way. So I'll share that story. And because once we know who we truly are, we don't have to be worried.
Yes.
Attitude, I mean, I'm glad, I said to myself, what direction do I want to take attitude in? And then the direction is really inward. I want to teach inward, how the attitude from inside comes outside. And then that makes us worry. That gives us fear, doubt, anxiety, stress, everything else. So, yeah.
Awesome. It
And
is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Because everybody works really hard to try to make it in life. You know, we're not working just because we want to die. We're working to, you know, be successful. Be successful.
Absolutely. And I'm always inspired by the work you are doing. It's such a great work. And every time you are hosting webinars, inviting, I mean, uh, high performers, I mean, high achievers to share the knowledge, insights. Uh, you've done so much for us, and I'm gonna
Thank you.
assure you that you have one person here in Africa. I'm living in Africa who is really committed. Uh, I mean, I'll be putting my feet on yours. You are my role model. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. In fact, you know, a friend of mine that I met, she's from South Africa, who actually introduced me to my TV producer, where now, you know, I have the shows. And she was here. She came into this office. She came all the way from South Africa. And, you know, life gets better when you're serving. And that's really, at the end of the day, if you can understand that to the deep level, then you understand why you're here. And you don't look at the rough times or the struggling part. You look at, how can I make it happen? How can I make it happen? I want it. And how can I get it? So the attitude makes a big difference on, I want it, or I can't do it. It's too hard. Right? So, you know, it's a journey of developing you. It's all you. And that's what I love to share.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. All
It's
right.
up to you. You like to get started? You let me know.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think that worked. All right, let's see if that comes
Is it
up.
working?
Yep. Are you guys, can you see my screen?
Not yet. Would you mind me?
Right.
Would you mind sending me the presentation so that I can share?
Only the host can share this meeting.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
have to,
sure. Okay. So I have to
so
make you,
yes, co-host maybe? A co-host
yes,
or
yes, yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot it. Let me check. Oh, my gosh. Where is that? Okay. Yes, perfect.
got it?
Yes, yes, it is done.
Okay, we'll start again. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. It should work because you are, as you are.
Yes, hold on.
Um,
Yeah, I think it's coming up. Can you see my screen?
yes, the desktop. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, so just a little bit about me. I think I probably should be in a present
Yes.
mode. Here we go. All right, just a little bit about me. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, educator, a faith-based life coach, spiritual mentor, an energy practitioner, all this stuff. I have my own business, and I was a teacher. I have a master's in banking and a master's in education. I did a lot of stuff, but the last three, these three right here, Napoleon Hill Coach, Institute Coach, Thinking into Results, is where my life changed. And I just want to share you a little background about me. Is I was born in Italy in when the first man walked on the moon. So you guys are gonna have to guess. And I'm the fourth child. That's me right there. And I came to the United States when I was 8 years old. This is my family. I have my husband, my son, and my daughter. And this is me. And I put this here when I did not know about this work. I did not know, how our attitude can really define how we think. Our attitude can really put us in a state of worry, anxiety, fear. Even though I had all those degrees, I had all the certificates, I went to school, I did everything. This was my life before I found out and I started doing personal development. I was worried most of the time. Okay. And I share that with you because it's important to show what I was before what I am now. So Napoleon Hill, he's my mentor. There's 3 mentors here that changed my life, and I still study their work every day. He says, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. We know that. And he emphasizes the importance of having a positive mental attitude. There is no way, if your mind is always thinking and worried about the negative part, I put positive and negative, I call it dark and light. If you're in the dark, you cannot see the light, but the light is there. The light is there. And when you see the light, your mind is open. Your mind is open to receiving the information you need to take you to the next step. So it's so important to know that your mind is very powerful. Your mind can shut the light off. Your mind can shut the light off. This face, these 2 pictures of me, I will be very transparent here. This led me to cancer. These faces led me to cancer. The worry, the fear, the doubt, always questioning, not sure, not feeling confident, negative about life in general. The end result was not good, right? But I was able to, I call it God, higher self, infinite intelligence, to give me another chance at life. I said, I promise to change. You give me another chance, I promise I will change. And this is when Bob Proctor came into my life, Napoleon Hill, and all this work. So I made that first committed decision to say, I'm going to change. And then I got the resources because I made a promise and I kept my promise, right? So positive attitude attracts good luck. A negative attitude attracts bad luck, right? Every adversity, every failure, every headache, I know now there is a greater benefit. There's an equal or great, something's planted. And that's exactly what happened to me. With my adversity of cancer came out that once I implemented the changes in my life, then I was able to understand how to control the mind, have more positive outlook in life. And I will show you the last slide. I mean, I met great people in my life because I was now embracing me, the real me, the true me, okay? And no success can happen without that. So Napoleon Hill is the recent one. We go to Bob Proctor, he's another, he woke up my soul. This man over Zoom did something to me in one of his paradigm shift webinar. And, it comes down to that our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions are a composite of our attitude, right? So you saw my feelings weren't good in those pictures. So my attitude was bad, right? And when we understand that an attitude is not just about having a positive mindset, but it's being in alignment with our thoughts and our own emotions. And of course, we take actions, and then the actions are the results in our life. So a positive attitude has to be in alignment with the thoughts. You can say, I'm positive, and then you say, you know, no, that's bad. No, I can't do that. You know, so your thoughts are not in alignment, and then your emotions are not in alignment. So there's a disharmony in our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And if there's disharmony, it's never going to work. You can write affirmations 100 times. You can do all that work, but if you're not in alignment, and you know when you're in alignment, when you feel good, right? If you're struggling to make something happen, if I'm sitting here trying to create a new project or do a new project, and I know that I'm not getting the help I need, I'm not finding the things I need, I'm spending 24 hours on this project, that means the project is not in alignment with you. Because when something's in alignment with you, you're feeling good, you're taking action, your people are coming to you and go, oh, you're working on this, I want to help you. That's how you know you're in alignment. We're conditioned to say, you have to go do this, and this is how you do it. So we're always given the information to do things. But when you're working from your true self, something that you love, you come up with the answers. God is going to give you what you need. And it comes down to trust. It comes down to trusting. Okay? And as you all know, Earl Nightingale, he's got his tapes. I mean, both Bob and Earl and Napoleon Hill, they all have stuff on YouTube. Go check it out. I mean, they're the biggest, they were the mentors to many of the successful people around the world. So Earl says, our attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards us, right? That negative picture that you saw of me, that was a negative attitude I had towards life. I was scared. That was a positive attitude. So life was giving to me what I was feeling inside. So I was having my troubles in my life. I was concerned about money, concerned about job and all that. And what the universe gave me, exactly what I was feeling inside. So this means that the way we think, the way we feel about the world around us influences how the world will respond to us. When we think about the world and we say, oh, you know what? I got to worry about myself. I can't worry about that person. It's all about me. Well, the world says, guess what? It's not, you're going to have a hard time. Because when you want to do that project, you want to build a house, let's say, and you're just thinking the house is about you and you don't care. Well, when you need that carpenter, he's not going to be around. When you need that, you see what I'm saying? Like, you cannot have the attitude that you're on your own by yourself. And attitude is a choice that we have the power to change it at any moment in time. Any moment in time, you can change your attitude. Change the way you feel about things. If you think something's against you, get quiet. Because I believe that we all came to this world with gifts to share. And the reason why we can't see those gifts or we're having a hard time is because
Please kindly mute Mr. Jerasuba.
Hello, coach.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, coach.
Can you mute your microphone, please?
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
no worries. So again, our attitude, we can change it at any time. Okay. All right. So I took the word attitude and I took each letter of the word and I wanted you to see what it came up with. Okay. So A is for awareness. You becoming mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. And then you understand, okay, where do I need help? Where am I strong at? Where do I need to grow? T is for trustworthiness, being able, reliable and dependable in your actions and words. People need to trust you, right? People need to trust you in order to work with you. So trust is a big thing. And if you don't trust anyone, no one's going to be trusting you for when you need help, right? It goes both ways. Tendency is persistent, determination, and resilience in face of challenges, right? Now, when we're growing, we're going to hit a roadblock. We're going to face challenges. Do you give up or do you keep going, right? And if you keep going, then you're having faith in yourself. And God says, you have faith? Okay, let me give you somebody to help you, right? Thankfulness. This is a big one. This is practicing gratitude and appreciation for what one has. I do this every morning. Get a cup of coffee, come back to my desk, and I write 3 things I'm grateful for. 3 every morning. Because you're already setting the intention that you're grateful for whatever you wrote down. And when you go out on the road and you're going to go to work and you're going to go places, giving that gratitude for what you already have will open the doors to receive more. Use for understanding, having empathy and compassion towards others' perspective and feelings. We are all unique. In any given day, you're out there going to do your job. You come across somebody in the supermarket, in the bus, anywhere. You have no idea what they went through, no idea what their life is like. If you smile at them, if you have a good attitude and you're smiling at them, even to say hello, you could have just saved a life. So understanding and having compassion towards others. Don't get mad at people because you don't know what they're going through. You think your life is bad. I'm sure everyone has met somebody who's going through a lot more than what we're going through, right? And that's where the empathy comes in. Determination, being committed to achieve your goals despite of obstacles, right? Understanding that it's okay to come across these obstacles, because if you did not have obstacles, you're not growing. There's no growth. You have to come across things that you don't know how to do it if you want to grow. That's what growing means, right? So, and you have to be determined that no matter what, you're going to get the answer, because what you're doing is you're believing in yourself, right? You're believing in yourself. And then is having enthusiasm. You know, Napoleon Hill says, without a positive mental attitude and being enthusiastic about what you're doing, having a passion. If you're not enthusiastic with what you're doing, you don't have a passion for it, and you're not energetic, it doesn't light you up, you're on the wrong track. You're on the wrong track. And I'll be honest with you, I've told this to my clients. If you're thinking about the money, more important than you being enthusiastic about the work that you're doing, you're on the wrong track. Because the money will come when you're doing something that you love. The money will come. You've got to trust that. If you want to become a singer and that's your passion, people will come and listen to you sing and pay you. But you have to trust in yourself. Right? All right. So I think we're gonna do a little game. You know, I'm a teacher, right, by trade. So I think we're gonna test your attitude, what your attitude is. All right, let's do this. So each question, I'll read the question, and what you do is write down just 1 to 5. Number 1 is you strongly agree. Number 2, you disagree. Number 3, neutral. Number 4, you agree. And number 5, you strongly agree. So you decide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after every one that I read. So you write down, okay? Like I see challenges as opportunities to grow. Do you strongly agree? Write down 1. Do you disagree? Write down 2. Do you neutral, you're neutral, write down 3. Write down 4 if you agree, and then write down 5 if you disagree. Strongly disagree. Just do number 1. We'll do 1 at a time. Okay, can I go to number 2? Okay, number 2, I believe that positive thinking can change my life. Jerome, if you need to translate, please do. I want everybody to do this. Okay, go to number 3. Can we go to number 3, or you guys are just doing it on your own? Number 3, I am open to new experiences and ideas. Go to number 4. I maintain my optimism even in tough times. So that means I maintain my positive attitude even in tough situations.
This is quite challenging.
Why?
I mean, not so easy to put into action.
No, all you're doing is, for this assessment right now, all you're doing is each one of them, you're going to give it a score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to
Yes,
give it a score.
of
Why are you
course,
challenging?
but I want to reflect, I want the score to reflect the reality, right?
Yes, the
Yes.
reality.
So we
Of
got to be accurate. Yes.
You have to be honest with yourself, right? Of
Yes.
course.
Yes. So it
Yes.
is not easy.
It's not easy to
I
be,
have to admit.
but here's the deal. No one's going to know your answers, only you. I'm not going to tell you to tell us your answer. So be honest with yourself. It's your paper. It's your answer. I'm only going to show you the next slide is you're going to add all your numbers, add them your numbers, and it's going to tell you where you are in your life. Okay? I don't want to know. This is just for you. So yes, be honest with yourself.
Yes, I also made a mistake related to the question number 1. Okay, anyway.
Do you want me to explain that a little bit, or do you understand what that says?
Actually, I made a mistake. I wanted to put in score number 5 instead of 1.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, number 5, that means you really, really agree with what it says. right? And in your heart and soul, you agree, not you agree because you read it, but you agree because you feel that when you come across challenges, you already know, okay, I'm having this challenge because I'm growing now, and I'm growing in my thinking. I'm growing as a person. You know, it's like me going to college at night. I was working full time, and I knew it was a challenge me to do college and school and family, but I knew that I was going to grow at the end, right? So did I see challenges as opportunities to grow? For me, absolutely. If you're not seeing, if you're happy every day and you're just comfortable, you're not growing. You're not growing. Growing comes from being uncomfortable. You take a baby. Bob Proctor says a baby, he's growing, learning how to walk, and he gets up and he falls. He gets up and he falls. Eventually, he's walking. He grew into not knowing how to walk. Same thing with us. Same thing with us. So, you know, number two, I believe that positive thinking can change my life. So that was number two. Number three, I'm open to new experiences and ideas. You know, you someone that says, oh, I know that, I've done that, I know that, I know. Or if you're somebody that says, I know, then put number one. I'm sorry. Yeah, put number one, because you don't agree. You're not open to new ideas. You already know everything. But if you're somebody who wants to learn, then you're not going to put number one or number two, right? Number four, I maintain my positive optimism, even in tough situations. You know, think about, and I know it's hard, but think about when, God forbid, there's a fire somewhere, right? And it's a tough situation you're in. Are you staying positive that at least the people are alive? Or you're like, oh my God, you know, and just thinking about all the things that you're losing? Because to me, what's more important is you stay positive, because you can think. When you're positive, your mind is open to receiving ideas. When you're negative and scared and frightened, and your mind is closed, the doors are closed. The number five is very, very, very important. I can easily forgive others and move on. We're not taught that. Nobody teaches us to forgive easily. That's not what we're taught. We're taught that if somebody hurts you, then you make sure you hurt them back. And if you hurt them back, then, you know, don't ever talk to them again. And I'm talking, even family members do that to themselves, right? Be honest with yourself. Okay, we're going to number six. I am grateful for what I have, even if things are not perfect. You know, I encourage, if you want to, take a screenshot of this, and then you can do it again in your, when you're alone, you know. Okay. Number seven, I focus on solutions rather than the problems. right? So many times we get stuck with, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. That's the problem. But everything that you go through, everything is a lesson for you to learn something. Don't see it as a problem. If you have a negative attitude, you are going to see it as a problem. Okay? I enjoy helping others and contributing to their success. Do you like working in a team? Do you think helping each other is going to bring you success? Right? If you strongly agree, you put 5. Agree, you put 4. And number 9, I learn from my mistakes instead of dwelling on them. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. Learning only happens when you make mistakes. That's when learning takes place. And I'm speaking to you from my educator hat. You cannot learn if you already know. But if you make mistakes, you're learning. And never feel bad that you're making mistakes. Never. And number 10, I believe that I have control over my own happiness. From my own experience, I'll share with you that happiness comes from you first. For you to be happy, it has to come from you. Don't expect your partner to make you happy, your friends to make you happy, your parents to make you happy. No. You have to make yourself happy first. And then everybody will come after. Okay, we're ready to move on? So I want you to do this. I want you to add up all your numbers. 5, 4, 3, add them up, get a total. Okay. Oh my goodness, where's my, I'm gonna have to put it in here. So your total will, I took it off, I'm sorry. There's a score. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. No, I have to get the score for you. I'm going to get that to you, okay? And you guys can see what it adds up so that you can see where you're at. Okay. So the truth is that we only have 5% awareness of how we think and feel at any moment, as our subconscious mind is made up of 95% of our total awareness. What does that mean? I'm going to show you this. You see this elephant? Oh no, you can't see the elephant because I'm showing the screen. It's okay. I'm going to show it to you later. But understand how the mind works is essential to control our thoughts. Thoughts are things. You begin with a thought, and the thought creates your feelings, and your feelings create your actions, and your actions create the results in your life. One way to bring your thoughts in an organized way is to put them on paper. Okay, journaling is very important to bring awareness of what's in your subconscious mind. What I said here is 95% of your total awareness. What that means is that if you look at your day, 95% of what you do in the day is the same. You get up, you brush your teeth, you get dressed, you have some breakfast, you go to work, you come back, you eat dinner, you go on the computer. 95% of what you do every day is the same. And if you want change in your life, you want to change your results in your life, you got to change the 95%. And the 95% is in your subconscious mind. This is where your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your values, all of that is all in the subconscious mind. Okay, it's very, very important to understand this. So here's a diagram, and this is my mentor from Napoleon Hill, Cleona. She brought this out, and I love, love, love it. Okay, because this is where everybody started 2,000 years ago. Level 1. Okay, level 1 says we're either in a fight or flight mode. Either we react to everything that happens to us, or we respond, right? When you're reacting to something, if somebody push you or somebody says something bad to you, and you don't even take a second to wait and think, you just react, you push them back, or you react with the words real fast, then you have no control. You're on automatic. You're that 95% of what I said before. Okay, but this has to change. If you want change in your life, you cannot react. You must be in control of you. Then we got level 2. Level 2 is follow the crowd, conform. Level 2 means I'm going to do this because everybody else is doing it, so I know it's okay. If you're here, you're not reaching your goals, and I'll tell you why. In order for you, your goals that you have, they're for you. They're your gifts. This is what you want. It's unique to you. Your goals are not my goals. So therefore, if you're here, then that means you're following other people's goals, and you're not following your own goals. So you're gonna struggle. Number 3 is aspiration, desire without action. That means you have your goals written down. You really want to make $100,000 a year, $50,000 a year, but you're not taking any action. All you're doing is studying books. A lot of people do that. I'm going to study. I'm going to find the answer in the book. You're not going to find the answer in the book. You need to just say, I want to make this money. What are you going to do to make that money? You're going to serve. How are you going to serve? Oh, I want to make a cooking, a cooking show, or I want to show people how to make a basketball. Whatever. You have that gift, and you need to take action, right? Level 4 is when you start taking action on your own goal. You're expressing your uniqueness, your gifts and your talents. That's level 4. Level 5 is discipline. When you're getting away from that 95% where you're on autopilot, now you have to give yourself discipline. What does that mean? You have to say, after I have my breakfast, I am going to do this. I'm going to go study for 1 hour about cooking. You give yourself a command and you keep it and you do it. A person who wants to lose weight, right? That person has to be disciplined. Number 6 is about experience. Real learning happens from experience. What does that mean? You can only tell me how to lose weight when you lost weight and you did it, right? And number 7 is mastery. You're responding instead of reacting. This up here takes a long time to get up there to level 7. You know, this is Mother Teresa. This is God. This is understanding that everybody is together. Everybody's one. That's number 7. You know, when we're here, life is beautiful. You're not worried anymore. Promise you. So all that I've learned, I put it into one framework, and I call it the rainbow, right? It's reconnecting to who we are, because your goals are for you. You reconnect to who you are. You become aware of what's going on, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. You're taking your goal and you're using your imagination, because the hat you're wearing, Jerome, it was in somebody's imagination before they made it. The chair you're sitting on, it was somebody's imagination before they created it, right? The phone, somebody's imagination. So the imagination is where your goals are created in your mind first. And then you're nurturing yourself. You got to nurture yourself first. My mentor, again, Oprah, I love her. I met her. She says, you got to fill up your cup first. Take care of yourself first. You cannot take care of anybody else. You can't expect people to take care of you. Beliefs are what drives your life. You need to know what beliefs are holding you back, that are creating the negative attitude in your life. Once you discover what your negative, what your beliefs are that are holding you back, then you are grateful. You have a optimistic attitude, right? Optimism. Only when you have optimism, which means a good attitude, you're going to have opportunities come in your life. Opportunities will not come in your life if you have negative attitude, right? And wins. This is where you win. You win at your game. You are creating your game of life. This, for me, sparks the higher self. This wakes up your soul. This is the process that, from all the teachings that I had from my mentors and my teachers, this is what they helped me to understand. These 7 steps. Okay? And this empowers an individual to create meaningful change in their lives and unlock their potential and live life on purpose. So in this book that I have, and I'm working on a funnel right now, and I'm going to send it to you. You guys can have this funnel. You can have this book for free. Okay, it's my gift to you. Is where you take 2 more assessments. You take an assessment to understand, what are you feeling inside? What do you feel? What is your soul feeling? Because if you do not include your soul in what you're doing, then you're struggling. I'm sorry. If you're not listening to your heart, you're on the wrong path. If you're listening to, your parents saying, oh, go be a doctor, and you're going to go be a doctor because your parents told you to be a doctor, you're not going to be happy. So when you do this assessment, it helps you to understand yourself better. And then here too, this is your beliefs. Okay, your beliefs, again, are what drives your attitude. Okay, and you have to examine those beliefs. You want to have more money? Do you believe you can have more money? Do you believe you can be successful? Or you have doubts? Because it's all about you. Everything is about you first, then the outside world. And this is me now. When I changed my beliefs, this is me, right? I wrote books. I have TV shows. I met the most powerful woman in the world, for goodness sakes. She came into my life, right? And Cleona. So this all happens because I went through a transformation. I followed my heart and soul, but I did the inner work. It's all inside job. It's an inside job, no matter how you look at it. Okay? And that's it. But I'll send you the presentation if you want to use it, Jerome.
Yes, please.
And I'll add that little portion in as well. But if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer. I think I'm done sharing. Oh, my friend Ahmed joined. Look at that.
Oh, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Giovanna. Thank you. Welcome of four. Really, we're so excited to benefit from this knowledge.
My pleasure. You know, like I said, it's all an inside job. Nobody has your answers but you, right? It's not even in the books. You know, you have to study. You have to study how you can become better, but it's all about you first. If you want your world to change, the change has to come from us. And what you give is what you get. If you can be of service and work from your